Thanks for staying with us. Today on the show, we are going to be discussing the challenge with trafficking. So we, of course, have a guest with us who would give us more information, but we're talking about this based on the fact that 231 Nigerians were rescued from Ghana. This was a major rescue operation that happened from human traffickers. We would explore how this affects the Ghana. We have someone that will be talking to us from NAPTIP. There were partners from NAPTIP and other commission like First Bank and the First Lady who made the repatriation possible. But to join the conversation and make it even more robust, we have someone on Zoom who would be sharing more details to us. Is the board chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, Ghana. His name is Calistus Elozieuwa. Welcome to the show. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Good morning to you and to your listeners.
All right. We can also have you join our conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013. The number is right on your screen, or you could tweet to us via X. The story broke, and the story was that human trafficking has taken away a lot of people from Nigeria. We've discussed this several years, but there was a joint partnership that repatriated and reunited a few Nigerians, 231 to be precise, and we'd like to hear your opinion. What was your involvement in this move to bring these people back to Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you so much. We've always been engaged before this time. We share information with the NAPTIC. Must commend NAPTIC for what they are doing silently. Whenever they have any information, they call on the embassy and also reach out to see how we can be able to rescue our citizens. This particular incident is an incident that happened sometime last year when a Nigerian was brought into this place for cybercrime. Unfortunately, they put him into what was not actually what he wanted to do. So he tried to escape and they poured acid on him. So when we got the information, I have the pictures, I will send it to you. Wow. We also did what we are supposed to do by informing the law enforcement agents. And Yoko, as an organization, they work differently from the way police work in Ghana. What they did was to lay their surveillance and started investigating that particular matter and the entire estate in general. That was when it now was done that it's not even only that particular person. The day they were going for that operation, we were only expecting to get about 64 victims. But when they finished their investigation, they found out that about 21 houses within the estate were occupied by 21 houses within the estate. And each house is about 4 to 5 bedroom houses and 3 bedroom houses. We are housing Nigerians that some of them have never seen the light since over 6 months, 7 months.
Wow.
And they have no option. So they now decided that we have to have a joint operation to be able to rescue them. So that's all about intelligence. And fortunately, that very day, they embarked on the operation. After they were rescued and brought to Yoko, they called me very early. And what I did was to contact the acting Nigerian ambassador immediately. And he asked me to come over for us to go to Yoko office to show them that Nigerian cares for them. So we went there. By the grace of God, we were able to have a clear understanding that all of them be treated as victims first until investigations are done for us to separate the victims from the suspect. So that was what was actually done. So while they were there, hello, should I proceed?
Yes, please continue. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, while they were there, we were visiting them morning and afternoon and evening, and we make sure that we kept some Nigerians there to make sure they are not treated like criminals. Fortunately for us, the embassy also assigned 2 officers from the embassy who were with us in all this exercise. Some of them were sick. Some of them, their leg was hit with iron rods. and they had a broken leg. Yes. Some of them were malnourished. They were having eye problems. So we sought medical help through the Yoko immediately to see what can be done for those ones that tested while we bring them back to Nigeria. So that was actually what happened. And there, fortunately for us, because we're having AU meeting, the Minister of Foreign Affairs for State, Bianca Ojukwu, was in town. So she visited the Yoko office with His Excellency. Then I was not around then. I was working on how we get feeding for our citizens. So when she came out, we had personal meeting at one of the hotels where they were having the program. So after that, the issue becomes, how do we repatriate them back? And that is the issue that is still holding some of our people behind here. When they are rescued, how do we repatriate them back? Unfortunately, the embassy is not having money. I must say it in a national program like this. The embassies are not properly funded for such programs. So when such cases happen, it becomes a very big problem for our embassy because it's not part of their budget. So what I did was to call on NITCOM immediately, Adike Dabiri. So when I called her, she says she'll get back to me in some few minutes, that these children must not stay there, and the image of our country is at stake, that we must do everything to make sure that we move them back to Nigeria immediately. That we should try and make sure that the press does not make mess of the news against the image of our nation. So that was what actually we did. We prevented some of the Ghanaian media houses to go there by the help of the Yoko people. And she put into action immediately and called me and said that we should negotiate for the bus that will bring them back, that she'll get the money anyhow it has to be gotten.
Wow.
To make sure that those children come back. So that was what she did. So in the next 2-3 days, because it was a holiday, she said she wants to be in Nigeria, in Lagos to receive them, because they have to be fed, because we have to look at the ones that have emergency. We have to look at how to repatriate them back to their state. We have to also look at how to hand over the victims and the suspects for onward prosecution by the agency, NAPTIP. Of course, Madam Comfort has been a wonderful woman by the grace of God, that God has used to touch almost all the people who were brought back from
Sir, we would like to
ask. Yes.
Yes, we would like to ask a few questions
Sir,
specifically.
I don't know if I missed it, but these children and these people, how did they get there first of all? Were they trafficked from Nigeria to Ghana? Were they already living in Ghana? What were they being used for? Are they trafficked for sex? You know?
98% of them, as I can give account based on the profiling we did, or that was done by the law enforcement agency, which I'm privileged to have the details. 98% of them were trafficked from Nigeria. And I can give little details on how they were trafficked. Some of them were told that there are mining sites in Ghana. Some of them were told there are companies in Ghana that mining sites that pays a lot of money per day. Some of them were told there are companies that are into manufacturing of different things, that what they pay in Ghana, let me give you just a little example. If you are paid 3,000 Ghana cedis in Ghana, is equivalent of about 300,000 a month. So if you are just a factory worker and you're promised that you'll be paid 3,000 Ghana cedis, that you are going to be given housing, that feeding will be part of it, and what you'll be doing is to work at the Galamsey site or one of those factories. It becomes so juicy that when they look at what they are doing in Nigeria, maybe where they are working, they are paying them 50,000. The moment they hear that amount of money, they are motivated to go. And these people promise them that they are going to pay their transportation from Ghana, from Nigeria to Ghana. Now, even if they don't have money, they are not handicapped in terms of how to move to this destination. And the cost of also what is happening within the life of our youth, they get rich quick. without minding how they get to it. So that motivating factor that has now caged our youth mindset not to be productive for what is reality, for what to help them in future, but rather they just want to make money quick. So the moment these offers are made, you find that they will be enticed with it and they will move without even knowing where they are going.
Okay,
the moment they arrive in Ghana, they will take them to the house, take their phone away from them, seize them from communication, and now enslave them, and now push them to do the internet fraud and other things they do, which we don't know about.
All right. At this point, we'll take a quick break. When we return from this short break, we'll continue with the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.